Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Digital Customer Lifecycle with DotcomPal. I'm your host, Kareem, with Team.com.pal, your all-in-one solution to build, grow, sell, and manage from one place. And I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Abinadi Suarez. He has a really nice dress today. The shirt's looking really, really good.
Yeah,
So he's super excited.
I
Why
behave. I behave today.
he's behaving. You know why he's behaving? Because he has a all-in-one solution to build, grow, and sell in one place. So he's not all over the internet misbehaving. Because when you surf the internet too much, you might misbehave. Now, speaking of not surfing the internet too much, a lot of people are looking for a way to make everything work. You can give them an all-in-one solution, but sometimes it's good to have a roadmap, right? Because if I give you a car and just say, "Hey, this car does everything," you still say, "Okay, well, where am I going to take it? Am I going to? I need to go to work. I need to go here. I need to pick up my family members, my friends, my kids. I need some kind of a cycle, some kind of steps to go through." And when we talk about customers and business acquisition, to me, it's the same way. You want some steps, you want some stages before they become a customer, while they're going through it, after they become a customer, just like you would do with anything else. Life happens in stages. Everything happens according to some kind of cycle. That's just how nature works. That's also how business works. So basically, today we're going to be going over the digital life cycle, going from A to B, and showing you the idea from a customer starting off here, the start line, as they're running, and then going to the finish line till they make that purchase. And then after that, becoming your referral, saying, "Wow, not only do I love, all the training, all the information, everything I got, but I just have to have more and more of this. And I have to tell my friends, my family members, everybody that I know, this is amazing." So when we're talking about the customer life cycle, what do we need to go over? So I'd like to call these the 5 steps or stages. I'm going to show you a couple different websites, that place these differently. But first, let's go over them. In simple terms, when you're starting out, what do you always start out with? People watching on Facebook and YouTube, what do you start out with usually when you're trying to set up a business? Usually you start out with an idea, but then you take it to a website, a blog, usually WordPress. Maybe you install Elementor and do a little bit of work on there. And then you make individual web pages. You make a couple pages here. And as we showed yesterday, you can build a website less than 10 seconds or about that. Get pages, make your own pages, get them from templates, and just make it really, really nice. And then your website may also have videos, images, definitely going to probably have some articles if you're using WordPress. And you just want to incentivize someone, like they visit the WordPress or they visit your DotcomPal website and they go, "Wow, this is amazing." So how do you get them to keep using it? Because sometimes you'll see a nice website and then you say, "Okay, that looked good. I'm gonna go do something else." People today, they have their attention in a lot of different places. So a great way to pull someone in is to use a pop-up bar. Why is that great? Because as we've shown in different demonstrations, if you see a lead magnet, a call to action right away, if you see an interesting looking pop-up, or you're on a website for a couple seconds and the pop-up shows up, you're going to probably say, "Oh, if it's something you want, I'm going to give you my email information, whatever it has." And that's going to
Yeah, that's right.
actually get them to opt in so they can be part of your list. And then that's going to make them happy because they're getting a free thing. As we talked about, if you look in our freelancing workshop, you can see about lead magnets. Lead magnet could be anything: an ebook, a video series, a PDF, maybe it's just something you put together quickly to help somebody. And then they're going to say, "Oh, wow, I got this thing for free. It's helping me with my business. I'm going to talk about it. This is so cool." And as I said before, they're added to your subscribers list. Now you can follow up. You can broadcast and send out emails. It's as simple as they're opting in. You're going to send them emails. You're going to invite them to buy the service, get deals. You're going to let them know about upcoming things going on. And then the cool thing is, eventually, if you get your copy right, if you keep working at it, people will come to your sales or the offer page and they'll buy. And then they'll get excited about your product, your service. And maybe you can even put some scarcity timers there and say, oh, I have to get this. And they get it and they feel, wow, I got this amazing service. I got this amazing product. And then you're just going to find a way to deliver that product, quickly and securely. You could use it through membership sites. You could host something on your Google Drive, Dropbox. So they get excited. And then once they get that, if it really does well, because there's a lot of different internet marketing products. I'm sure you can say, Abby, you've got some different internet marketing products. I've got a lot. There's a few I love. There are a few I think are great. There are a few that, just didn't work out for me. But the ones I really like, I tell my friends, hey man, I love Doodly. I check out these whiteboard videos. I love video, I love DotcomPal. Look at all these websites I'm making. Look at all these things I'm doing. Look at all these pages I'm doing. I can even email from here. I canceled all the other things. I'm saving $500 a month. This is a great service. And then I tell my whole street. And I tell all my family and friends. And then they're wondering why I'm calling them at 5 o'clock in the morning, say, dude, I got this all-in-one solution to build, grow, and sell in one place. And they're saying, are you a salesman? No, man, I'm a referral. Kareem and Abby showed me this great thing, and I connected SendGrid, and I'm sending my emails, and I love it. And that's basically the idea. Website, you opt in, they get on the subscribers list, they go to the sales page and buy, and then they get so excited because you've done a good job, and they say, man, I got to tell everybody about this. I got to tell, everybody I know about this. And then as word of mouth spreads, which, funny enough, as far as I'm concerned, even in the age of technology, even in the age where we have computers, live streaming, Bitcoin, we have AI, all that stuff, we have automation, word of mouth is still the most powerful thing. Because if I come to Abby and say, this thing is really good, I really like it, I used it, he's going to say, oh, wow, well, what is this? And by doing that, not only are you helping people build, grow, and sell in a time when it's very difficult internationally to do well, to get online, to get the right tools and to make all the tools work. You're not only helping them, but you're also growing as well. You're growing your business, and you're also growing your affiliate business with DotcomPal. So that's why the life cycle is so powerful. And if you'll allow me here to share the screen, I also want
to share something there about the customer life cycle. You see, like it is similar to offline. When you go, like, what is the first thing or where the customer life cycle starts when someone in a business offline? It starts when someone gets into your business. If you visit a store or a company or whatever, it's the first moment when a potential customer or prospect gets in contact with you or your business, the visit to your company. So online is the same. So the way people starts is by visiting your company. And what is your company online? Your website. So that's the first step. So first step, they visit your website, then you need a way to get in contact with them, but constantly. This is something you cannot do with a business offline because someone enters and they are happy. Oh, there, this is nice. Okay, cool. Well, I'm not interested right now. Someday I will come back. And they go away, and you don't know when that person will come back. You will have to spend a way of contacting them or to advertise to them. Most of the time, when someone goes to a store, you don't ask them for their email or you don't ask them for their phone number. Hey, before you go, please, can you give me your phone number? You don't do that in an offline business or local business. I don't know if you know any company that tries to do that to capture their contact details when they go to a company unless they buy. If they buy, okay, great. If they are just visiting out, they are just, oh, I like that. I like that. Whoa, nice. It was nice looking at everything, but I have to go now. And they leave, and you don't know when you're going to see that person again. It's the same with a website. If you get into a website and if someone tries to leave, it's a lot faster to leave a website than to leave a local business, right? So if you don't have a way to grab their contact information or a way to contact them again, you will lose them forever. So that's why the second stage, it is important that you do the best you can to grab their contact information, so you can then go to the third stage, which is build your relationship with them. So first, go to the website. Second, try to grab their contact information. And third, build a relationship with them. That's the third step. And then after that, people will be more than ready to buy from you because they know you. First, they know your website. Second, they submit their contact information. Why? Because you were offering them something really nice in order for them to submit their contact information. That's because no one will just submit their contact information just for the fun of it. They will do it because they will get something in exchange, something important for them. And the third step, when they get excited, when they get engaged and they know you, they will be really, really ready for the fourth stage, which is buy from you. That would be the first. And for that, you will need to use sales pages. You need to use up sales pages too, any kind of sales page. And after they buy from you, they will be so happy when you deliver to them. They will be happy that they would like also to share this with other people. And something even cooler is that they can make money because of that, because of sharing their knowledge with other people. And you invite them to become your referrals. Now, there is something that is important to in this part about living what you advertise. For example, if you plan to advertise a program like DotcomPal, you have to live it. For example, if I work online and many people know about it, and also people can also know that I'm doing good thanks to working online, and I'm 100% sure that people will like to know what am I doing online. And if I have the opportunity to tell them, they will accept it because they know I'm doing good. So if they know I'm doing good, they will feel the trust and they will feel comfortable and they will say, no, anything you have to tell to them, anything, they know it will work for them and they will accept it. But that's because you live what you teach. You have to live what you are teaching. So that way people say, well, yeah, anything you are trying to do online, it must be really good because I see you are doing good. Unless, well, some people might think, oh, what the heck is doing online? Maybe he's selling some strange stuff. No, that's what you teach them and you show them. This is what I'm doing. They, oh, okay, now I understand what you're doing online. So, and for this, it is important you build the trust enough in what you do online, and you have to understand it, you have to enjoy it, you have to live it, so you feel trustful in order to share with others, and they will become your they will become your followers, and even they will buy you for being an affiliate for that program like .com. We talked about this some time ago, and we can talk a little bit more about this today too.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for all that, Avi, and it's definitely helpful. And yeah, one nice thing is in a physical store, as you were mentioning, there's no redirect. There's no like pop-up bar unless you're gonna have the greeter say, "Hey, wait, we have a special. Come back into
And
Walmart."
also, and you don't ask them, hey, where did you coming from? From where? Well, I came from Walmart. You won't ask that to a person. I came from Walmart. They say, okay, the people that come from Walmart always will come here. They can track that.
Yeah. So that's an interesting point. I also want to do a shout out to Zahid Azidi. I hope I am saying that right. Really do appreciate your comment today in the morning. And that's why we're here to give you guys quality videos, good training every weekday so you can get the best experience out of DotcomPal and grow your business as much as possible and as easily as possible. So with that, let me just drive the point home a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. and we're going to take a look at a couple ways other people position the digital customer lifecycle. This one is from Astute Solutions. This is a pretty good blog, and they have different ways of doing it. So Abby described it in a really good way. I described it as well. There are different ways that people talk about it um, using .com and in general. This one has simple steps. Discovery, a need for a product or service is felt. I need help with my SEO. I need help selling this. I need more customers. I need something. And they look through different digital channels to find something to inform, to plant seeds, understand. And you're trying to figure out, okay, you know, as you were saying about Walmart, instead of asking how many come from, different digital channels, why not ask why it comes from different digital channels and why that's going on? So there's a discovery phase. Then there's a persuasion phase in the state the customer knows the information, but they need to actually make a decision. So they evaluate their options, they take a look at what's going on, they take a look at websites, different points of views, and here's where you can persuade them to go with your service. Then there's usage, and he says advocacy. I like this, shaped by experience with the product or service and the way in which the brand nurtures its customers. So there, you're nurturing them, you're helping them, you're showing them the capabilities of your website, the capabilities of your service, your product, and you're identifying people who are having problems, engaging them, talking to them on the phone, maybe emailing them, building goodwill, building a relationship, and then engagement, which is long term. A lot of people say, I made the sale, cool. They'll show me a thing, okay, I made this amount of money, but you don't want to just do that. Remember, a customer is a human being like me and you. We want a long-term relationship. We want involvement and we want stimulation, yes, at the short term, but then we want to keep this recurring, keep it going. And as marketers, as people who are bringing information, offering relevant and unique content is one of the best ways to keep that, to stay on top of it. And for this to happen, you need to see what's going on, track it continuously while addressing the what, who, and why, and understanding what different opportunities exist. So that's a really, really quick idea of how that might work as well in simple terms. And then we have big commerce as well. What is the customer life cycle? They have a different way also of positioning it. They have reach. You get your marketing material out. The content needs to be in places where people can find it. So we're putting this on Facebook and YouTube. And guys, if you haven't already, give this video a like on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we put up more information like this, because reach is the first step. If you like this, use this content to help other people. Then we have acquire, and that can be, in this example, econ acquisition or just acquisition in general. It's reaching to potential customers and trying to give them some kind of an offer, some information so they can understand your brand, the products, who might buy them, and just kind of contacting them directly with personalized communication, not posting a copy and paste message over and over and over. Then there's the big one. If you notice, the common theme in all of this is develop and nurturing. Yes, there's a common theme here actually, where someone has a problem, you find a way to reach them, you develop and nurture, you develop a relationship, and you can use back-end analytics, which we'll show in .compal, and see what brought them the first time. Like we were joking, hey, people came from Walmart. Where did you go? Oh, I came from Target. You wouldn't know that. Walmart wouldn't know that. But you can ask for feedback. You can help develop that relationship. And then there's retention. And I see this, and that's a common theme too. As I'm talking about this, there's different examples. There's my example, Abby's example, the one on Astute and Big Commerce. But it all comes down to an idea of someone needs help with a problem or solution. That's a fundamental idea of business. You reach them with a potential solution, with something you're good at. You develop and nurture them. You create that relationship. You ask for feedback. Then there's retention. After they've bought something from you, don't just say, hey, thanks for coming. You satisfy their needs, you get feedback, you keep making products, and then you can find ways to look at analytics. You can find, based on their feedback, ways for them to keep coming back. And then advocacy, that's the biggest one is, and it's the same here. If you're truly satisfied, they likely won't have issues recommending your products or services to friends and family. Spreading awareness among social circles is easy to do once a customer is loyal to a brand, and they'll continually spread positive recommendations to their extended network, and it's more likely to convert as well, because when someone you know tells you something is awesome, you're gonna get into it. Like when I tell Abby that SendGrid is just so great, he goes, SendGrid's awesome, I got to sign up for that and send all my emails through it. And then he gets it, and then he cries. Also, thank you, Zahid. So those are two examples. I just wanted to show you some examples outside of what me and Abby were talking about, so you can see there is a basic structure to this. There's different ways you can do it, but there's a basic structure to it. Identify a problem, reach that person with that problem, nurture them, develop the relationship, bring out, whatever problems they're really having, and identify with them. If you've ever seen a sales page with a video that says, hey, have you ever been in this situation? Have you ever lost this much money? Had this problem with a relationship? Had X, Y, and Z? And you're watching like, yeah, I had that issue. And then they tell you a story that's similar to theirs that you identify with. Oh, I've had that issue. Yeah. And then you get them to opt in, and then you send them emails. They eventually buy. It's not over yet. After the purchase, you do a little bit of work to keep them coming. And then once you have that, you keep using feedback and analysis to get them to become a referral to refer your product. And that is fundamentally, if you can follow that mentality, that will fundamentally build your business, no matter, as far as I'm concerned, what it is. That will really make you grow. And not just in the physical sense. But if you have a gym business and you're lifting weights, that's possible too. That was my joke for the day. So without further ado, but make sure you have a good diet plan. Don't just eat pizza, chicken wings, and beer. So
yeah, and also don't only exercise your teeth and your mouth, because that's another type of exercise. Yeah, and I like that one too.
Yeah, we'll have a bonus. If you opt in for a free bonus, we'll have one to show you how to do those exercises. I'm pretty good at them. Just got to use the right food.
And the arm too. Yeah.
So, everyone, without further ado, let's go to your favorite program. I'm going to share my screen. What's everybody's favorite program? It is DotcomPal. It is the place where you can build, grow, and sell, manage from one place. And I have all my businesses here. So if you remember from yesterday, people on Facebook, people on YouTube, if you remember what we were doing yesterday, we were setting up a website. And you can do that through here by clicking build and then clicking on website. And if you recall, I did drag and drop test website. So here's a cool thing you do. You might be saying, oh, Kareem, okay, these steps are good. I have to go set up WordPress. I have to go to Squarespace or Wix, or I got to hire a developer off of wherever and get a website. And I'm telling you, hold the brakes if you're saying that, because you can get a website that looks pretty good, just like this, within a few clicks. How do you do that? You go to build, you go through the website builder, and then you can get a ton of pages made for you. And then not only that, but you can go to new web page and then create a new page just like that. So before, when websites used to take hours on end, used to need a developer, used to need knowledge of JavaScript, HTML, PHP, Node.js, if using a database. Now you don't have to have that. Now you can literally go here, go to your gallery, select a home page, and then boom, you can build a website page by page after you've even built it with the builder, which is really cool. You can keep adding pages, you can keep adding content, and as we showed yesterday with the best practice, the cool thing is it's drag and drop. You don't have to learn how to code. Nice thing is I can literally drag anything I want here. So if I want all my social information here, a lot of times, a lot of places in WordPress, I'd have to code that in. I'd have to get buttons and
Yeah,
all coded
I
in.
remember doing that with WordPress too.
Yeah, yeah. So you remember.
It was just fun.
And then here's the crazy thing: WordPress, you have to drag the social thing there, put in the links, hit save, hit update, hit preview changes, refresh the page. Look, oh, I didn't get that quite right. Oh, I didn't get this quite right. I didn't do this right. So what you got to do is go all the way back, go back in. Oh, I didn't get this exactly placed how I want. I'm just not feeling it. Now you can just drag it over, boom, social. Oh, and if you set up the business, if you look in our Get Started guide, you can actually have all of these pre-linked, if that is the correct word. You can set up the links for each of these, your social medias. And then it's that simple. How I drag that over, I can drag images over. I can drag my logo somewhere else and then just resize it if I'd like. Or I can put it at the bottom somewhere. Just give me 1 second. Where can I put this? I need a place to put it. Or if I don't like this image, I could go ahead and upload it. That's no problem. Go to my desktop, find another image. I have an image, that I like. Okay, I'll change this. I say done. I can just keep playing with this. I can change all the text here. I can move this around how I'd like. And then say I want to move my picture and do a bunch of stuff here. The cool thing is it's completely drag and drop. So if I want to move something somewhere, I just drag and drop it. No questions asked, no problems. I don't even have to call a developer. I don't have to learn code. I just get it all set up, and then
And you know what is hard to do? Trying to do that with coding. I want to move a little bit my opt-in box a little bit higher, and you need
yeah,
to get inside the code and try to put to look exactly what is the number where you have to put, because I know how to code too.
yeah, padding.
And when I try to go inside and try to yeah, at the padding, I need to put which is the padding for this exact place in my website, and then okay, this is the one. Bloop, and you see, and you mess up everything, or you change something and you didn't know which one to change, and then you need to go back again. Oh wait, I need to know which is the one that I broke, and then to fix it, and then to fix the other one that I wanted to fix. that's that's how coding works.
Yeah, and I've spent hours with the padding thing you're talking about. Now I just go, oh, okay, I'm in DotcomPal. How do I want it? Okay, I'm just gonna click and drag, and I can edit it. I can change the color if I'd like. I don't like this color. Boom. In WordPress, even though I love WordPress, I think it's great. You still have to spend some time doing this, saving, and it is better than when I used to code in just basic HTML and stuff through Adobe. But the cool thing is now, boom, I can do it just that easy, just that quick, and I can go ahead and hit publish. And the nice thing is you have your website done. How would you like to do a website, people on Facebook, people on YouTube in a minute or two. And just give me a second. I'm going to refresh my page because my internet is having some issues. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to refresh my page. Okay. All right. Now I have everything done here. I have my drag and drop test website, and I can do that with a bunch of other websites as well. And I can do, you see all these businesses here, I can do a website here, I can do a different website here, I can do a different website here, I can do a different website in each one of my businesses. So after doing a website, what do you want to do? Well, we're talking about bringing people in, right? So we want to go to grow here, and then we want to go to pop-ups and bars. And by going to pop-ups and bars, we can create a new pop-up or a new bar. We can call it something. And here's the really cool thing that I like. How many people here, and I'll ask this on Facebook, people watching on YouTube, get annoyed with pop-ups and bars, or used to get annoyed with pop-ups and bars? I understand that. I did too. But here's the cool thing. A lot of those pop-ups and bars were windows, or they were different people trying to say, hey, here's my offer, here's my offer. What we do here is you can take a pop-up bar here simply by clicking on it. And these pop-up bars look beautiful. They're well designed. And not only can you do that, but you can customize it. You can have it say what you want. And then the simple thing is you can have somebody opt in. And this is all, again, drag and drop. You remember doing WordPress, Avi, and then you had to do stuff that required you to code or required this or required, pop-up. What you have to do is go in and do a bunch of stuff here. What I can do simply here, drag and drop. I can go here to a quick form, drag a form over, and I can have email here. I can opt in. I can put this message here, or I can even edit this if I'd like or not, and then check it, make sure it looks okay, and I can go ahead and publish it really quick, really easily. And I can go ahead and choose the segment. If I have a segment in my audience, it can be on the whole website, or you can put it a specific location. And then you can have opt-in. What would you like them to do on landing? So picture this, they're going on your website. Do you want it on exit when they're walking out the door, on scroll? And scroll would be, you can even adjust the percentage, which is amazing. You can have it on delay, how many seconds. You can even have these options as well to allow them to close the bar, to push the page down, to remain in place to scroll. So there's a lot of different things you can do. And you can even have exit and entry animations, and there's a bunch of them here. You can turn off the branding.
So this is something really, really hard to do by coding yourself, because getting to code this is really hard. And there is a huge psychology behind of this, because there is so much detail that you can do with this type of technology. This is something you cannot do with an offline business. An offline business is just only get people inside the store and just wait for them to buy. But this technology helps to really follow your customers' needs or your prospects' needs, because it's something you can test. You can use these pop-ups to test which one gets more opt-ins, and also you can change the color, you can change the lead magnet, and also you can change many things, and you can adapt everything in order to increase his productiveness. And so this is something you cannot do offline. This is something, that's why this is called digital customer life cycle, because this is so lifetime cycle, sorry, because this is so yeah, I said it right, because this is something online, and online you can do a lot of things that you cannot do offline. So this is the beauty of digital marketing too, and also the right tools to use to do this.
Yes. Sorry, I was just looking at
Yes.
the question. So just to finish this off, um, let's go back here. And yeah, this is not something you can do offline, unfortunately. I don't know if there'd be pop-ups online. Maybe someone's gonna pop up with a sign after everyone
Oh
comes
yeah, yeah, there are people doing that. There are people doing that.
after everyone comes in the clothing store after 10 seconds, pop a sign in front of them like, whoa, bro, I just came in here to look. But on a website is cool. So the campaign start time and date now never ends. Set campaign frequency, and you can set it to days and time of day if you'd like. You can also have it end at a certain date, and you can have it start at a certain date, and then you just activate it. And then that's how easy you can create a pop-up bar. And there are tons of pop-up bars here that you can use that all look awesome. Just to show you, we go to create. There are so many different types of pop-up bars. You have tons and tons of different templates here. You can see there's 16 pages worth, and you can view all of these. Some of them are going to look different than the others, so just take a look at each one. How you would use them is if you want to go back, if you want to hit edit on a page, just made this digital page. If you remember, I can just click here, edit, and click pop-up bar. And you can create a new pop-up here, but choose from pop-ups and bars. And then I get the digital pop-up and bar. I'm going to go ahead and publish. Okay, page published successfully. And go ahead and view this if that's cool. And then I can see quick opt-in pops right here. So that's kind of, hopefully that makes sense, kind of how you can integrate it. Because I wanted to show that too, how you could do the website, do the pop-up bar to get them going, to get them excited, so they can go, oh, okay, wow, I came to this website and this pop-up bar shows up. And as I said, there's tons of pop-up bars, so pick the one you want, put it on your website that you can make very quickly. And the nice thing is, I set this up in a few seconds. Honestly, you can set up a business, a website, a pop-up bar, all this stuff in less than an hour. And doesn't mean you wouldn't come back and customize it a little bit, but you can set this stuff up pretty quickly. So now that we have a business, we have a website, we have everything set up, we have different things like that, we can set up a sales or service page. And I have some created here. To set up a sales and service page, you're going to click on grow, and then you're going to click on landing page. Why are we setting up a sales service page? Because after they're on your website, they opt in, they go to your list, you're excited, you start sending them some emails, you start talking to them, you want to, in the same time, set up a page. Why? Because you're going to send them to something. You'd like to send them to, one of these pages here. So what would that look like? Well, we'll do a quick view here. You want to have some way to contact you. You want to have, boom, a get it free video course on how to set up a profitable YouTube channel. And I have this in the best practices. We show how to do this from scratch and with templates. And you can click get my free course here, and that way they could get or download my free cheat sheet. That way they could either get something from you, or you could have them purchase something from your sales page. Now, how do you do that? You go ahead and click new page, show page example. Go ahead and click create. And This one has a ton of templates as well. The one I really like is Salonetic. I use that one a lot, but we have different pages for thank you, for registration, for sales, for replay, for just about everything you can think of. You can use the drop down, see the most converted, the brand new, and you can even search here for the page that you're looking for. And there are 23 pages worth of templates that you can use. And to start using one, all you have to do is go ahead and preview it if you'd like with the preview button. If you like the way that looks pretty good. Go ahead and click on it. And as you guessed it, folks, it is drag and people on YouTube and Facebook. What's the other word I'm looking for? Drop. So all we have to do is come here. If I want to change this, my new page for digital life cycle. Get your free ebook now. And then I can customize the buttons here. I can even take this button here by now, bring it down to here. I can change the image by clicking the image here, bringing in a new image. If I'd like to, I can click over here to the left. I want to bring a video in. Drag a video over. Go ahead and click on the video, and now I have a video. And if I want to change this logo, I simply click on the logo, change the image, and boom. And here's a really cool thing. Not only is it drag and drop, but you see these three dots here. You can go to My Drive, upload your videos, your images, your files, your whatever form of media you need. And once it's on My Drive, you just come in here, boom, set everything up. How many page builders do you know do that? Abby, how many page builders do you know not only are drag and drop, but allows you to store your own media on their server, on their platform, so you can use it at will? That's pretty exciting. Abby, I re-added you. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Well,
No.
I think there are many of them, but having them all together in one place, I know about Builderall. Builderall is a platform that has everything in there, and
Yeah.
also I know about Group Funnels
Yeah.
and also Click Funnels. They
Mhm.
have everything in there, but still there are some limitations in there. Like the first thing is you have to pay for starting using it, and also Group Funnels is free, but still it's complicated to get in there too. Like I tried to use it. They have a lot of things in there, but I had a hard time using the builder, the page builder. It was not easy really for me to use the page builder. I just taking a look, and there's just so many things in there that they don't load right away. And because there are many different templates, but what I like in DotcomPal is it keeps it simple. What you see in there, you see there right now in the page editor, the two things, the two icons you see in the top left. These are only the two things you need
Yes.
to build a page. You don't need so many things and templates and so many things to click, and they also are long, and they take a lot of time to load, and also so you can see what you need. So you get distracted, you get lost, and you get confused and there are so many things to click, and you don't know which one will be best. So here you can see exactly what you need, so you don't complicate anything. You need text, you need video, you need image, and you need edit stuff, you need color. So you don't have to complicate your platform a too complicated or too fancy page builder. This one is simple,
Yeah.
and it's just drag and drop it, just move it around, and that's all. You don't have to complicate your life.
Exactly. Exactly. And here's the cool thing about this. Not only that, but there's not tons of things to click. You have this on the left here, but you can also click this gear wheel when you're doing a sales page or a website. Change the URL and title. You can do a conversion goal, whether it's a sell, get leads, clicks, share. You can put your Google Analytics, Facebook remarketing, third-party JavaScript, SEO, search engine optimization. page title, keyword, and meta description, and you can restore versions. And the cool thing is you can click here, see how it looks on mobile with the mobile app here. And then I always recommend do the desktop first, but then you can play around with this on mobile and just move things around. And it's going to take a second, because not sometimes with mobile you have to play around with things, and then you can take a look and see how it looks on mobile. If it's looking pretty good, you can go ahead and preview it, or you can again publish it, and you can have members only, password protected, and you can have now and select date. Here's a cool thing about members only that I'm going to get to at the end. If you want to deliver something to someone who's paid, you can set it to members only or password protected. Why? Because then they can get their purchase without you having to say, oh, is this public? Can everyone access it? So it makes it super simple. So I can actually publish this one now after doing a little drag and drop sequence. So let's keep going on this. We have our website set up. We have our pop-up bars on our website, which is pretty cool. We have a sales page, services page set up, all drag and drop, all pretty easy. Next thing we want to do is go get an audience, or go import our audience. How do you do that? You go to audience on the left-hand side, and you go to lists. And then what you want to do, you can go ahead and either make a new list, or you can go ahead and edit a current one if you have it. There's two ways to import contacts. You can add manually, which just means you type them in, email, name, mobile number, and you can add tags, and then click I have permission to add it, and go ahead and add it. I actually have this one added, so I'm going to add another email. Let's see if I have that. Okay, cool. And I can see all the lists of the ones I added here. I can see how many times I clicked, the open mail, the lead score, and all that different type of stuff. But let's say that's getting a little bit tedious, which I could understand why that would be tedious. You can go ahead and click import contacts, import from PC. There will be a download sample file here. You'll need to download that. It's going to be in Excel, or you can also do it, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Abby, in Open Office or another application. And then just put your emails here, paste them from your Excel doc or your XLS doc or your spreadsheet application. Just paste your emails here. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all of these. And then theoretically, I'm not pasting them in because I don't have my email list on camera, but I'd go ahead and either type them in or just paste everything in here, and then follow the process of saying I have permission to do this, hitting next, going through the mapping, and then importing them that way. Once your list is imported, you can make different segments for them. And if we click on a new segment here, test segment, you can segment them off based on how you'd like, and this gets very, very, very in depth. So you can do all visitors to your site, new visitors, returning people who came. And then if you've ever done coding or you follow the logic, you can have and or. So if they do a certain action and they do this, or they do this, you can set the conditions. You can do when you've last seen them, before, after, within a certain time, and you can have after a certain date, month. You can do it before a certain date, time, month. You can even break it down to minutes. This can get very, very specific, which is cool. And then you can do geo-filtering. Say you want someone who came from Brazil in a city. I don't know where that's at. In the city, you can do that as well. You can have none of and do the same thing with that country in that state. You can go through the user attributes. They have to satisfy all these conditions: the name, the email, the birth. Maybe you want people who only have Gmail, for example. You can do that, or who don't have Gmail. And then acquisition source, how'd you get them? As we showed, the landing page, was it a direct referral you get, or did you actually get it through some type of referral service? How did you get the source? And then you can segment them off into a visited website URL, referral, the time they spent on the page, or people who did not do it. So you can do it either people who did or did not do it. And you can even go down to the technology, what type of device did they use, the browser, and the operating system. So you can break the segments down very, very granularly, which is going to be good if you have a specific audience you want to talk to. You also have the option of doing suppression lists if there's a certain group you want to, and this is specifically how it sounds, you want to email to one group and you don't want to email to a specific either segment or part of that group. You can do that as well. You can add them to tags. And as we said, communication's important. You can communicate with your list in here. So now that we have all that set up, there's one last thing I want to talk about, which is delivering your product. There's a bunch of ways you can do this. We're working on something pretty awesome, getting a way to sell specifically through DotcomPal, as it is the one solution to build, grow, and sell. In the meantime, an easy way to do it, if we go to grow, we can go to landing pages. I will give you multiple ways that I've done it, and you can come up with your own. So give me 1 second to go to my checkout page. So here is an example of a checkout page, a way you can deliver it. You can have a button here for Stripe, for PayPal, for whatever it is, and then they pay for it, and then you just send them to a page where they can get their gift, where they can get something. Or if you don't want to do that, you can come to a page here. I'm just going to pick out my Zilliot bonuses page. You can come to a page and actually give them the things in different ways. You can set up a link to Google Drive. You can set up a link to your course. And I actually did this for a way to give bonuses to my customers. All I do is I click on this image and it takes them to the Income Academy site, which I have set up. Same here. This takes them to a Google Drive link. So hopefully that gives you an idea how I did that. I'm just going to go ahead and click edit. And what I did, if you go here, if you take a look, there's a link here. I just clicked on link and then I pasted the link in and I hit save and close. After I did this with different, on these different images, I just hit publish. And then that link goes to there. So there's different ways you can deliver your product and deliver your service to people who want that. Now, as well, we have the affiliate program, and you can do the same thing after you take your affiliate link through the affiliate program, through the tools here. After you set it up on your website, you can find different ways. You can set up a web page, deliver it that way. You can set up a Google Drive link. You can set up a Dropbox link. There's different ways to do that. And speaking of those, you can go to My Drive, get the integrations, and then send all that information to them. And that's going to be really, really simple and easy to do because you're going to have all of your files here. And then if you've done well with that, if they like those products, if they like those services, then you'll get word of mouth. And as said before, it'll keep building and building and building and building. So with that, I'm going to take any questions or any comments or any ideas. Does anybody have anything they'd like to ask? Go ahead and stop sharing here. Any questions? Anything you guys would like to know? All right, so just to recap, set up a website, get it looking pretty good. You can use a pop-up bar. They're going to opt in on that. And you do that by going in, clicking on something, adding the pop-up bar, get them into your list. Once they're into your list, then you can set up a services page. You can import stuff as well into your list, segment it out, see how you want it to work, and then deliver the product to them. If you've done well with that, then yes, they'll eventually become your affiliates. And it's just that simple. To break it down even further, you want to get their interest, reach out to them with a solution, nurture them, deliver them something awesome, and then keep following up with them so they eventually become your referrals. So with that, just going once, going twice. Any more questions? All right, guys, I want to ask you, if you enjoyed this content, be sure to like this video on Facebook, like it on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when we do more content like this, and so you can be updated. Now, guys, if you'd like to double your commissions from 30 to 50%, now is the time to go pro, where you can get unlimited visits, leads, contacts, websites, landing pages. You can get some really nice bonuses as well. So get excited for that. And if you have a DotcomPal account, now is the time to get started for free. They get a $100 a month service for free. It's going to be amazing because you'll be able to build, grow, and sell from one place. But don't just get something for free. Actually use it to build, grow, and sell. I want to thank everybody, and we will be back at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard with more information like this just for you. I want to thank everybody who's watching. I'm Kareem with Team DotcomPal, your all-in-one solution to build, grow, and sell from one place. Have a great day, everyone.